How you doing, everyone? It's Kevin. I'm back with another video. The last you guys heard about the paint not working. Well, after I gave them a call about the paint, they sent me a case right off the front line. So 6 cans for 2, but they had that paint at my front door within 2 days. That a case of paint. It might even been sooner than that. It could have been a day. There was a case of paint sitting on my front porch. So Rust-Oleum sure did their part on helping me out there. And all I did was tell them that, you know, the can plugged up, and you guys seen it on video, full can of paint going to waste, and I had just a little bit and another one went to waste. But they did their part, set me a case of Rust-Oleum paint off the front line, so, and it's working out just fine for me. No problems at all. So today I'm going to be working on getting a couple of the wheels and the couple tires off the wheels for the go-kart, and I thought maybe I'd share that with you guys on how I took them off. Now, if you guys haven't been watching my videos, the ones that you have been watching my videos, seen the 20-ton tire tool that I had done a video on. And for those of you who haven't seen it, I'll put a link at the end so you can go watch it. But today we're working with a couple Harbor Freight tire tools, and we already got the tire broke down. All we're going to do is pretty much pull it off the rim. So let's get to it. Okay, here's the tire we're going to be pulling off of the rim, and these are the tire tools that I've gotten from Harbor Freight. I'm not sure exactly how long they are, but you can see one side of this broke off. You can see this one here is pointy. See how pointy this one is? This one here I got in there and I snapped it off. So I just smoothed it out and put another one on there. It's not quite as pointy as that one, but it does just fine for what I'm doing. So, and these ends, as you can see, have a curl on them. Both these have a curl on them. And that's to get up underneath of the rim. When you put it in here, you can get it up underneath of there. Now some of these can be a booger to get off. I had that bead broke down, I thought so. Okay, once you get the rim down below that big hump in that wheel, like so, I'm not going to keep my tubes in this. We're going to buy all new tubes. So I'm not worried too much about the tubes. But what you want to do is make sure the tire is down below that rim piece right there, so you can get it off. It's nice if you got somebody that can help you, but right now it's just me, so. Now that we got the tire up like that, I'm going to reach in here and get the tube, and get the tube out of here. Always try to bring the 5 valve core out first, so it doesn't get caught on anything. This could be a booger if it wants to stick. And who knows how long these guys have been in here. Keep working at it, you'll get it. tire is actually stuck to the tube. It's actually stuck in the tube. You can see where it was stuck to the tube. We'll be discarding all the tubes. Now we gotta get the rim off. What I normally do, I'll be right back here. Is I'll take the rim and turn it around like this, bend it down, and take a hammer and beat on the tire, not the rim. There we go. One rim off and ready to go. Sometimes these things can be a booger. This one here actually was pretty easy to get off. Not bad at all. Okay, I wanted to show you guys this. I told you the go-kart has been very hard, and it seems like every time I turn a corner I got another problem. I threw this in the sandblaster just to see if it would take the paint off these wheels, and it did. But when it did, pulled a big hunk of rust off right there, and there's a hole in this wheel. So now I got to find another wheel for the front. It's a 6-inch wheel, and I'm thinking it might be just like a regular lawnmower wheel, but we're going to see what we can do with it. But like I said, every time I turn around with this go-kart, I'm finding something else wrong with it. So that's something we got to pick up too. Okay, this is the 20-ton press. I know I'd said I'd leave a link at the end of the video. I'll still leave it on there where we used it. Showed you maybe a little bit more about it. But I'm going to go ahead and break down one of these front front tires. We got one back one broke down. And I actually took it and put it in the sandblaster and got it sandblasted. And it's got actually primer on it right now. But this little tool here really works pretty slick for breaking the tires down. Sometimes it don't get them right off the first time. You have to pick it up and push your tire in and then hit it again. I'm just going to take it, loosen it up, twist it a little bit, twist this guy around, get another bite on it. It's a little slow process, but it does work. You can see it's off the bead there pretty good. We'll do it one more time. I'm sure that should knock it off. Okay, it broke it off. So it's off the bead now. That's how easy that 20-ton tool works on there. Not hard at all. So then you're just going to turn it over and start all over on the other side. tough. That one's a little tougher, but we got her. Okay, I got one of the rims sanded down and got it all primered. I actually used a sandblaster to clean it up. Cleaned it up pretty good, and showed you the other rim. I got to get either 2 rims for the front or find one for the other side. And you know, when I get tired of doing one thing, I just go to another thing and try to get. I got the foot pegs sitting there. They were primered and drying. We have and you know, when I'm just doing a piece by piece, I got this piece here done, and then I was sitting over here working on these spindles. And I wanted to put some new grease fittings in these, so I knocked the old ones out. And then I'm using a 1/4 inch tap. I think it's a 1/4 and I'm just tapping these guys out and putting new grease fittings in them. At least getting them threaded and the tap fitted in before, or the grease fitting fitted in there before I get them painted. So I'll show you how I'm doing that. Alright, here's one of the old grease fittings that were in there. This in here actually broke out of the spindle. So I figured, why not just go ahead and put some new ones in there. Something that I could replace or put whatever I want in later. Like I said, I just drilled it out. And I'll just run a starter tap down in there first. Something with the tapered end on it. Get it started. And once I get it started in there, I'll use a bottom end tap and get a better thread on it. But this is what I've been doing here. I get tired of, I don't know, I think I just get bored with doing one thing and then I grab something else and start doing something else. But the sandblaster, I actually, my brother contacted me. He lives out in California, and he was telling me about his sandblaster. He had to drill a hole in the top of the tube and do some other things, or they had a hole drilled in the top of the tube. So I did that, and it still didn't work quite right, and I took most of the sand out of the bog. It still ain't working great, but we're doing our best. Whatever we have to sandblast, we're sandblasting. What we don't have to, we're not messing with. So we're doing okay here. Okay, let's get this. These are just the grease fittings that we're putting in, which are a lot better. And just screwing them right down in there. And like I said, I could change these out whenever I need to. The other ones were, I think they were just pressed down in there. But we're not going to paint them with them in, because we don't want paint on them, because then you won't be able to get your grease in them. So we're just fitting them in there and then taking them back out. And I'm going to get some primer on these guys. So we got that new primer. We've been using it. It's working out pretty good. So, but we're trying to get little pieces at a time, primered up, painted, and then, like I said, eventually we'll get it all done. It's just taking time. It is just basically a winter project for me to do. Well, we got a few more parts in the mail. I figure I'd show you guys. We got some lights, and there's already 2 little brackets on the front of here, so I figured that is where I would mount my lights on there. I'm just going to mount them on here. I'm basically trying to pre-fit everything before I start painting. That way I know everything's going to work out for me. So we're going to go ahead and set these lights on here and see what they look like. I think they'd be okay here. I originally wanted them down closer to the nose, but since there's already a couple plates already welded to this, there's no use in wasting them plates and having to cut them off. So I was going to mount both the lights right as you can see there. Okay, they don't look too bad on there. One thing I'm going to have to make sure that they're not in the line you know, when you're driving, hopefully they're not right in your face. If they are, we'll have to move them. So that's going to be another thing there. Move them down so they're not right in your line of view. But they do look good on there. Alright, I've been sitting here thinking, and I'm not sure, by looking at where those lights are on the top, I think they're going to be right in your view, and I don't want that. So I cut a piece of angle. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount them right in here, right with this tube, so I could run the wire down this tube, on the inside of that tube, and the wire on that tube over there, and then just mount the lights right down here in the bottom. I think that would be a better place to mount them than right there, because if you look from back here, if you're sitting in the cart, they may be right in your face. I'm not sure. So I gonna move them down. I wanted them down to begin with, even further than that, but I think that's a good place down there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that welded in there and get them mounted on there and get that piece primered up. Okay, as you can see, we got the lights moved down now from up on the top down to here, and I'm pretty positive they're not going to be in our view of you know, our sight. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and cut these two guys off because I don't think I need them for anything. So I think it looked pretty good. I think it turned out pretty nice. Alright, we got the piece all primered up, and the lights are just setting on there for right now. But I had a question to ask you guys out there that are building these carts, if you know anything about it. I wanted to mount the battery. I kind of thought about mounting it up in the front of the cart instead of mounting it in the back, because well, the last cart that we built, it seemed like it didn't want to steer very good with that positive traction rear end. And I thought maybe with just a little bit more weight in the front end, it might help this thing steer a little better, since we're going to have such a big motor in the back. And, you know, it's going to be a lot of weight in the back. So I thought maybe mount the battery up here in the front. But I'm not sure if that's a good idea or a bad idea. But if any of you guys know maybe a reason why I shouldn't mount it up there, or where I should mount it, I'd appreciate it. Okay, you guys, we got the tire. This wheel and tire is done. That was one just off the cart. I didn't touch it. I just basically took it off. I wanted to show you what a difference this is going to make on this go-kart. We got the rim black now. We had the white before. Go Power Sports sent us these great tires. These are beautiful tires. We're going to leave a link in the description down below for Go Power Sports, so you guys can go and pick these tires up. These things are sweet. You know what a difference this is going to make on the cart. It's going to be awesome. We got the matching set for the front. I still have a little problem with the front wheels. I haven't found another wheel yet to match that one wheel that had a hole rusted in it. But I definitely wanted to show you this. I'm so anxious to get these things online and show you guys what they look like. What do you think? That's going to make a heck of a difference on that cart. It's going to be nice. So we're getting her done, and slowly but surely. Alright, that's a look at where we're at right now on the go-kart. Still got that question out there. where to put this battery. Should I mount it in the front or mount it in the back? I'm kind of thinking on the side of mounting it in the front for a little bit of extra weight over these wheels for maybe better steering. So that's kind of where I'm looking at it, but leave me a comment down below and let me know what you guys think about mounting this battery over top the front axle. So now you guys checked out the tires. Those are some beautiful tires that Go Power Sports sent me. I'm going to leave a link down below for Go Power Sports and these tires, so you guys can go in there and check out all the nice parts they got. I think they have just about everything you can think of for a go-kart. If you're needing go-kart parts, gopowersports.com, that's the place to go. So I'd like to tell everybody thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave me thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment if you'd like. Until next time.